who y'all think's like the greatest, like the best engineer in the game right now? Like the best engineer.
I know there's a lot of good engineers, to be honest. I feel like that's hard because it's like music is subjective. You feel me? So it's like you could have different engineers that are good at different things, but different people might think they're the best type shit.
I'm biased.
Oh my god. You don't know any engineers.
I was gonna say you, but never mind.
I know that.
Never mind. I was gonna say Anastasia. It's actually Oh, I just sent you the list.
This
I just
nigga
texted
drinking
it.
Dr. Thunder.
What's wrong with it?
What's right with that? Where you even get that shit from?
From the grocery store, bro.
What grocery store sells
The dollar store for
Dr.
sure.
Thunder
That bit was straight from Dollar General.
the
The
knockoff brand of Dr. Pepper. And it's just as good.
This nigga drinking.
Sponsor
not Dr.
TMC.
Pepper,
Sponsor TMC Dr.
but a
Pepper.
knockoff of Dr. Pepper. We ain't even gonna talk about Dr. Pepper.
What's wrong with Dr. Pepper?
What's right with Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper?
Dr. Pepper is kind of.
Dr. Pepper? You don't like Dr. Pepper?
I'm
It
not a
ain't
big
it.
Dr. Pepper fan. No.
I'm not a fan of it.
You want a peppery black
I like
drink?
Dr. Pepper.
I bet you do. Y'all
Pepper
pepper
long
like
time.
I was just about to say the same shit.
What?
So who thinks they had like the craziest studio session? Like out of all y'all.
Probably me.
I did.
Why you say that?
I did a session on LSD.
Oh,
That shit
no!
was-
The session was on LSD?
Nah,
No,
he was
I
on-
was.
I was on-
He was-
that shit was wild.
How was that?
That shit was so wild. Like the waveforms was like doing this on the screen. I couldn't find the mouse and shit. I kept hearing crackling. I kept calling TJ in like, "Yo, bro, you hear that? You hear that?"
What the hell?
He like, "Nah, I don't hear nothing."
Tripping, that was tripping.
Damn.
Yeah, it's tweaking.
I've just had like crazy clients, like people, like booking me just like thinking that it's a date.
Buying me masks and shit.
Yeah, buying me masks, thinking that
Y'all
it's
better
gonna be
chill
some.
for it.
Stop.
You see that? Y'all
Yeah.
you imagine?
Come see, you
You got a lot of editing to
hell.
do, bro.
Look, yeah, you gotta get through all of us. Gordy appreciated the mask, though. He told me that.
Facts. Gordy, yeah, he kept
He
it.
kept it.
Oh,
I wasn't keeping that.
It was a fire mask.
It was a fire mask.
It was
for
a
sure.
fire mask.
But
It was a
he
fire
had the
mask.
matching one. Though,
It was just a weird situation.
I had to walk to my car with my keys in my hand, like fucking Wolverine. For months.
We ready to fight somebody. I don't have sessions, but I've seen some crazy sessions. There was just like one dude. He was just like, just walks into the guy's session. It's like,
Oh,
yo,
I was
bro,
there.
I'm not gay. Just out of nowhere, just like, bro, I was like, what? Like, bro, what are you talking about? You're not even with me. Like, yeah. He's like, yeah, don't try me like that. And then just sat there and stared at him. And then Anna texted me like, yo, come in here. And I had to walk him out. It was just kind of weird. That was probably the weirdest thing I've seen in this session.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's not the weirdest thing I've seen in a session. I've seen somebody's pants fall all the way to their ankle in a session. And it just so happens while their pants fell down to their ankles, they dropped down and said, "Shitting on niggas." And that was probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen in the studio. Yeah.
What about you, Leon? What you got for sessions?
Weird sessions.
Like crazy sessions.
I don't know, I probably got a couple, but I can't think of any right now. Can't think of any right now. Off the top of my head.
Carmen, you had a crazy session yet?
Nah,
No crazy sessions? Nothing too wild?
nothing too crazy.
Just.
Okay, I got my own personal question because I sometimes come across artists that they aren't the best artists. Like, y'all ever had to tell like artists like, "Hey man, this probably ain't for you." Like, y'all ever been in that
Nah,
situation?
that's not my place.
Never.
Nah, I think we can.
As an engineer, you just make a song.
Yeah, as an engineer, you make the
You gotta
song.
make it work.
Yeah, I think from like what I've seen them do a lot though is they'll give constructive criticism.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe you should try it again. You know, do it more on beat. You know what I mean? Something like that. Or like, you know, punch this in or take a breath here or don't try to rap it all the way through. Like, a lot of the things that make, I think, an artist a bad artist are fixable if you take the time with them. So a lot of them, you know, just work with artists from that perspective. But yeah, I don't think anybody's ever told an artist like, nah, this is not for you.
Yeah,
Nah.
That's how you lose a client.
It's a quick way to lose a client.
Okay, facts. So, are any of y'all planning on dropping music soon, or like got any drops that y'all want to promote?
Oh, there go Mark Food.
Oh, facts.
Mark, the one who'll be releasing the most music out of all of us right now, so we gotta wait for
I
him.
drop every 3 weeks. Facts. I don't have my next one though.
He has food on the floor.
Yeah, turn around and
He's
leave.
about to have your food on the floor. Just sitting
Like,
there.
that's what they do. I always put leave at my door. Cause most of the time I ain't gonna
Leave
lie,
at the
I don't-
door,
I
not
don't
on
be
the
wanting to
floor.
see people.
They could have put it on the door.
You don't want to be seeing people, like seeing them? Yeah, facts.
You put on the doorknob and you open the door, ain't that drink gonna just like fall over?
Possibly.
Now, when I used to do DoorDash, and people would have like those sliding doors that open out, I'd put their drink. If they didn't tip me, I'd put their drink right on the sliding door, so that when they opened it, they had to knock the drink over.
Yo, I hate
to
that.
do that.
I hate when people do that. That's the
They've done that to you?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Who's Bob? Bob delivered you.
Put everything in there. It's right in front of the door.
Only if they don't tip, though. Only if they don't tip.
That's like
See,
some
nah,
funny
yeah,
stuff.
like, yeah. Should you tip on DoorDash? Did it die?
No, that's one.
No.
Did this lie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should too.
You should, because
Yeah, for
you're
a
using
fact,
your
you
own
should.
gas to fucking drive around all day.
But shouldn't that?
I mean, as
but
the
there is
worker,
there is
as
a
the
delivery
worker,
fee.
you want to tip, but me as the buyer, I be looking at the tip like,
It be
man,
getting
like, bitch,
expensive.
I don't,
Yeah, like what is the delivery fee? For
But as
it?
the worker,
No,
definitely
Yeah,
want
but
to
as
tip.
the
DoorDash.
worker, they don't make that much.
Yeah, they don't make that much. Facts.
But
The
that's
tip
like-
is everything.
But that's the company's fault. The company should be paying them better.
Nah, if it's,
But
I mean, it's
then-
a tipping,
And a lot of
it's
the
tipping
foods be
industry.
upcharging their food. Anyway.
I mean, they all do on DoorDash, and I mean on other apps. Period. Which is more expensive.
That's
than-
crazy. Now, if you go into a restaurant, for sure, because they make like $2 an hour.
That shit don't.
Imagine you make $2 an hour.
I mean, like it used to be like that though. 100%.
Yeah.
Waiters and waitresses would make like $2.
No, they
an
still
hour.
do.
No, it's like I think it's like
Nah,
6 now.
It's
It's
like
like
5 or
6.
6 minimum. Yeah, for a fact.
That's crazy.
But I mean, still $5 or $6 an hour.
So
ain't shit.
what you planning on dropping? What's the song name? Or like if you could announce that?
I don't have the next one yet. I'd be like, I just drop every 3 weeks, so it's like sometimes I have a week left to make a song and upload it, and that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. Anybody else dropping anything or like anything they're excited about that's coming out that they worked on?
I got a tape that I'm gonna drop. Hopefully in like a month.
Okay.
Yeah, he was supposed to drop it last month.
I'm gonna drop it like a month. I'm gonna drop it in a month.
I've been saying I'll drop something soon, but I don't
He's
know.
also capping.
No, I'll drop. I want to drop Inner Peace, and I want to drop Elegance. Me and Ego song. I'll definitely drop that. I would have to drop
That's
that
what
as
you asked
is.
him about.
I'll have to drop that as is. And then Inner
Why?
Peace.
You don't have the session for it?
No, that's because of Maine, who's not here right now. But
I thought you said maybe was gonna be here at 6.
Hungry ass.
what? You want some food?
You want one, bro?
Nah.
You sure? You want one? That's what he
Let me
said.
take one.
I got a whole meal.
Let me
right
take-
here.
let me
Like,
take
this
one.
is like some.
I'm gonna take one. I'm Asian, boy.
Split it with me.
Hold on, wait. You can't break it over the couch. Break it over Mark's food.
Break it over the empty part.
That shit not finna break right. Bro, y'all boys.
I got the better side.
It's all vegetables.
You gonna complain?
Facts.
Nigga, still
That
smell
joint still
good.
bang.
Facts.
Where that bit from?
I don't know.
They joints from the
Yeah, I have no
store.
idea. Yeah, I still don't know. I don't know.
You gotta zoom in on him when he just did that.
Dumbass.
So like just out of curiosity, have you ever been like in the middle of a session, right?
Is it charger?
And then the computer just
You said put on
completely
your
freezes and y'all lose everything.
Oh.
Has that ever happened to
Charger
y'all?
is wireless.
Like in the middle of a
So I gotta
session?
take the case off.
No, I got the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I've
bro.
kept everything.
Nah, no. I was in a session one time, and it was like towards the end too, bro. Like, or not even towards the end. That bit was done, bro. Like, I was done with the session. I was done with the song. We were bouncing that bit out, and that shit crashed on me, bro.
Damn.
You weren't saving?
You weren't command saving?
I was command saving, it auto saved and everything, but like it crashed, bro. Like when I'm talking about it crashed, bro, it crashed. That's the day that my hard drive fucked up, bro. Like that's the day that I lost everything, bro. Like, I lost everything. Off of one session. It was like it was like a 6 hour, 7 hour session, something like that.
Dang.
All for one song?
Off of one song, bro.
One song?
Mm.
Damn.
Cause it was at the house too. So we were just bullshitting, walking around, you know what I'm saying? Like we would take water breaks and my Pro Tools would be running and then I'll save it before I leave the room, but then I'd come back, save it again. So I was like saving it, but I was running the program for too long, bro.
That's wild.
So speaking about like long sessions, like what's your longest session? Like have you ever been like a 24-hour session? Like what's the longest session?
Nah, I ain't never been on 24 when I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, like with one person, nah. But like,
I've had to run 16 hours worth of sessions.
yeah, right.
Right, but not like
Straight,
one person.
but it wasn't just one person.
Right.
That I felt like I was just walking, like just
You got more than one.
barely in my body.
Yeah, we had these up there.
Y'all got a 6-pack.
We got a 24 pack for the gender.
Jesus Christ.
Do y'all have an instance where it was where like command save hit you, where it was like something happened, he was like, damn, like
Every
gotta
time I
start-
get the
I
little
gotta
buffer
start
joint.
command saving, like you lost some shit.
Yeah.
Happened to me at Jaika.
Yeah, it was. I don't know whose session it was, but I was in there doing something with Anastasia, like where she was watching me engineer, and the session crashed, and then she was like, "You weren't command saving," and I said, "Yeah, I was, but I wasn't." And then she went back into like the folder somewhere in the files, and then she was like, "No, you weren't."
back
But yeah, but then still was able to pull everything out,
Go
but
back.
said, "Yeah, she knew I didn't command save."
See,
whatever.
the problem with that, I don't know what you have your backups on here, but like on my computer, I have my backups.
A minute or so.
Oh yeah, I have my backup saving every 2 minutes. So the most I'll lose is 2 minutes worth of stuff. But in Jaika, they had that shit set at like I don't even know what it was, but
I think it was
like
like
10 minutes
yeah,
or some shit. Like, it was something
it
wild.
was
It was like, bro,
crazy.
you can get a lot done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like bloop,
Yeah,
that
it
part
was,
out
it
with the
used to
system
be
name.
crazy. You're right. I forgot about that.
Facts.
Everyone seen the Super Bowl halftime show? How y'all felt about that?
I been with five.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
liked it a lot.
It was
I
cool.
thought it
Yeah,
was
that was
fun.
cool.
I thought she was still a little big from the last pregnancy. I didn't know she was announcing the next one.
Did she announce the next one?
Yeah.
That's why she was big.
Yeah.
Facts.
People, but yeah, I thought like
ASAP,
it made me
ASAP.
think because I didn't know. I don't know how soon
You said
she.
what?
It was me.
Bro, but she had.
Nah, it was me.
I said
Oh.
ASAP. He said it was me.
Oh, no. Just you, Rihanna's baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
We just got the title of the video. Kwame is Rihanna's baby daddy.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's wild.
I can't be hot about it though. Like, not
It's
too
just
many.
You just said it on camera.
You just said it on camera.
Facts.
Not too many people.
Okay, so I want to ask you about like just how the general like music industry is going. I feel like I don't know, like me personally, I feel like music's kind of been like kind of played out for, like the last year or so. I feel like there's like a lot of like hype in music that like only like TikTok music is like blowing up now, and like that's really what's getting recognition. Like, well, how do y'all feel about that?
It's good and bad. I feel like it's good for artists because it's like now is the time to blow up. I feel like you put enough effort in and you can blow, but I feel like it sucks if you like the music. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you like the music aspect of things, it's like it's getting lost in like what's going viral right now or what's hot, what's trending and stuff. It don't really matter. Like what's actually good and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as an artist, it like kind of like levels the playing field now, because like you don't really need a label, you don't need like a whole bunch of people behind you. You just have to have like a trendy song go viral
Yeah.
once on TikTok, and you're like, okay, you got traction. But like as a consumer and like as an engineer, I think it just like it takes the art away from music.
Yeah. People don't need pen game no more.
But people have like lower attention spans now. That's the reason for TikTok and all these short reels.
Yeah.
I feel like the music industry is just changing, period, though. Because, like, even when it comes down to, like, mixes, like, most artists don't give a fuck about mixes.
No.
I was just about to say that or masters.
Especially
or
mastering, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Most
You know how many
don't
artists
give a
leave
fuck
here
about
and
that.
say, I'm going to come back for a mix and
And what's
master,
and
then post the song.
And what's crazy is
Like,
like it's not just the artist, like it's also the consumer too, because they'll drop that song and then people will be like, "Yo, that shit is hard." You know what I'm saying? Like even Lil Tyler. Y'all know Lil Tyler. His first song that blew him up, he recorded off of BandLab.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's what.
Literally,
And it
he
blew him
recorded
up.
and it blew him up.
Yeah, but I think Lil Tyler is like
Lil Tyler's fire. as
an
fuck.
exception though. He's an
Nah, bro.
exception.
I mean, he's an exception, but because
there's-
he's fire. But it's a lot of fire.
he
artists
recorded.
that
Did he
do
get it
that.
mixed and mastered or no?
Nah, bro.
like from BandLab. But I will say BandLab is kind of extensive. I didn't know that at
It
first,
was,
but like I
it
kind
is,
of
it
just
is,
seen
yeah,
like a
yeah.
little tutorial of it, like just coming across it, and it does do a lot.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, it does do a lot. But still, recorded the shit from his phone, and like literally from BandLab to YouTube type shit.
Yeah, I think he's an exception. You think that will happen for everybody?
Not for
Yeah,
everybody,
that's what-
but
obviously,
what
man.
I'm saying,
But you know
I
how
mean,
many people is, bro. You know how many people like maybe you don't see it on TikTok, but depending on what you see, you know the algorithm throw you certain things. Like I'll be seeing like a whole bunch of underground artists who like will be blowing up on BandLab and shit. Like
Yeah.
their reels will be like a BandLab song. You know what I'm saying? Like and that shit will have mad numbers.
It's interesting.
But that's nothing new, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, people been doing that. And people been blowing up off their phones, GarageBand and stuff like that. But now with TikTok and stuff like that, I feel like
It's
hitting.
easier. It's easier to blow up now.
Yeah, we went through like a whole SoundCloud era in like the late 2010s that probably the majority of music was off platforms like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
SoundCloud era was.
But see,
It
even
was a
that,
good
right?
time.
Like
That's
SoundCloud,
actually
though.
But even
I like
That's
SoundCloud,
actually
though,
fact.
because that, it always had like a bad rep in a way. So,
to
like,
be called a
for people-
SoundCloud rapper is almost
Yeah,
like a
so
knock.
people always had to go, like, you always got to search for SoundCloud. TikTok, it just happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
why that's why you blow up on TikTok.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Yeah, you definitely.
You gotta
have to have
find
some
it. You
traction.
gotta have people who really messing with it.
We had
hey, bro.
What up, man?
main in the building. We had before SoundCloud. It was what Dat Piff. Dat Piff.
That paper is still out.
Is it?
Yeah,
Didn't even know.
You can still use that. You can still.
I didn't
use
even
that
know,
Piff.
but that was the place to like get your, mixtapes and stuff. So
Got
but
all
I
the-
don't
all
know-
the Flamers mixtapes off of that.
yeah, but see, I guess now thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if it was like for up and coming artists, but like thinking about it, Meek was always big to us because he was a Philly dude. He was always like, you know what I mean? But thinking that is where we got all the Flamers. That's where we got all the Wayne's mixtapes. Like they're a LimeWire, but.
Yeah, but I don't feel like it was like for like coming up artists, even though like
Yeah.
not like SoundCloud is type
Not like
shit, you know what I'm
SoundCloud.
saying?
It wasn't as geared to like up and coming
Even,
artists.
even though it
It was
is-
like-
it is
but it
a
was
lot
like-
SoundCloud though, because even if you look on SoundCloud, you still got big ass artists dropping music on SoundCloud.
Yeah. Andre 3000's last project was on SoundCloud. It's just him playing
A lot of people. I'm pretty sure SoundCloud is like a streaming platform, a regular streaming
Count of the Day
platform
just
now.
dropped a project on SoundCloud.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of people.
Count of the Day.
But are you guys dropping music on SoundCloud?
Yeah, hell
He
yeah.
does. I don't.
I love SoundCloud.
You got music on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
You have music on SoundCloud? He's
Yeah,
lying. He's lying. we're gonna find his SoundCloud and we're gonna attach it to this video.
So would y'all consider like so being called like a TikTok rapper be considered the same as like the OG
No.
or like new generation
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud rapper?
No.
Yeah, no.
I kind of would. I mean, like if you said being called a SoundCloud rapper was like, being called a TikTok rapper is kind of the
I've
same.
never heard
No, it's
the
not.
term
No.
TikTok
No,
rapper.
I think I
I mean, I've never-
like it
I've
sounds
never-
like
I've never heard it.
I've never heard
heard it
TikTok
either.
rapper, but I've heard
But
of a
it's kind of
TikTok
like
song.
a one-hit wonder type
It
of
is,
thing.
it
You
is.
feel me?
You're right, you're right.
It's-
Okay.
it's
I don't think they're the same.
like
though.
15 minutes of fame type shit. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like for a fact. But
SoundCloud
because
SoundCloud
don't
doesn't
even
have
blow
that
up.
same influence.
It
It
be
don't,
the-
it don't,
it be
it
the
don't,
whole
it
phrase
don't.
though.
If somebody
Wait, what are
says
you
if
saying?
somebody
I missed it. What'd you say?
I don't even know.
If somebody
You have
says
to
if
run
somebody
back.
says a TikTok rapper though, or like a TikTok song, that means the song is like, oh yo, this is vibey, like this is like has virality to it. It probably I can see people dancing to it or like doing stuff to it.
So wait,
For a TikTok
That's,
song.
for a
though.
TikTok song.
But if you're a rapper and people only know your music off of TikTok,
There's a generation of kids that only know Soulja Boy from TikTok, but
and how?
Soulja Boy's not a TikTok rapper.
That's true.
Soulja Boy is probably one of the best marketers that I can like
Best
think of too.
marketers, but not.
But because he had
So what if you blew up off of TikTok though?
I mean, I feel like it's all about how
Like,
you do it.
What
Like, you
rappers
can do
what
it, you
rappers
can
blew
do it.
blew up off of TikTok? That's like
I don't even know.
Uh,
I mean, but I
Blew
know
up?
I know
I
there
had the
are
time.
artists like who had a song go viral on TikTok or something like
Right.
that. And then
Ice Spice went viral on
Doja
TikTok.
Cat.
Russ
What's
actually
running?
just had a song, one of his
Handsomer?
songs.
But Russ has already made it. Russ already
Russ
made
was
it.
already
Yeah.
made.
Ice Spice, right? She dropped a song. It went crazy on TikTok, and now she's like,
I don't know. TikTok rappers different. Like my son, he be like, "Oh, I know that song from TikTok," but all he knows is the part from TikTok.
From TikTok,
Yeah.
right,
Like,
right.
he don't
Yeah,
know
that's
any
why it's
more
different,
song.
though.
Don't even know who the artist is.
No.
that's why it's
Facts,
different though. That's
facts,
why I
that's
feel
what-
like it's different. You blow up on SoundCloud, you probably blew up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I feel
No.
that. I kind of.
Yeah.
Who blew up on
Hey,
SoundCloud?
no,
That
that
blew up.
girl-
What?
The whole
Bro,
SoundCloud. The
like,
whole
like,
SoundCloud.
Bro,
There's
so
a whole
many
generation.
hits.
No, that girl did. That
Bro, it's a
girl
whole-
blew up. That girl blew up.
Bro,
That
it's
girl
a
just blew up.
whole
The girl was
generation,
"Don't
and
play
then
with it,
now
don't play with
even,
it."
they
She
still
blew
blowing
up
up.
off of TikTok.
Yeah, see, I didn't
Bro,
know
like-
people were still blowing up.
X
now.
definitely.
Bro,
the
even
girl-
the TikTok. All right, so the
the
TikTok.
girl, don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't. She blew up off TikTok. That's
Oh, yeah.
literally
Off
I
of
forget
TikTok
what
or
her name
SoundCloud?
TikTok.
There's definitely a lot of artists that blew up just off
Yeah,
there.
off of,
Oh, yeah,
off
for
of
a fact.
TikTok. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's debatable though. Like, I mean, there is a generation of SoundCloud rappers.
Me personally, I think that like TikTok's gonna like it's gonna be over in like a year or two. What do you guys think is gonna be like the next phase that the industry goes to?
Mm-mm.
I don't
I
agree
don't
with
think
that.
TikTok you.
No?
Because it's like short videos. Period. Like people's attention span is.
You
like,
notice-
small.
you-
So the more content you can get in
Yeah.
a small amount of time, which is literally what TikTok is built for.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Facts.
So I don't think TikTok's going nowhere. But I do think that YouTube is the best platform to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you look at how all of like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube all has like shorts, reels,
Because of
all of
TikTok.
that now because of how TikTok is.
So, I was gonna say
So
that.
Literally.
it just they're all trying to compete with TikTok or like on the monetizing side. Like if you're trying to monetize on Instagram, Facebook reels, you can't have a TikTok logo on it, otherwise they won't.
And TikTok's algorithm is way different.
It's-
TikTok algorithm is built for you to blow.
Yes,
almost.
yes. TikTok, yeah, TikTok algorithm. I definitely.
So that,
It's
that's
more
why
chaotic,
I don't think it's gonna work. I
definitely
mean,
more
but
chaotic.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you, I feel like if you like have a plan on it, like if you blow up on TikTok and don't have another move, then it's you know what I'm saying, it's like pointless motion. Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel me?
Okay. So everyone here is a rap fan, right? Everyone listens to rap. Okay. Let's go like down the line and say who you think's the greatest rapper of all time
Oh, that's
and
easy.
why.
I mean, for my generation, you know what I'm saying? I would say. I'm gonna just say Kendrick for me. I'm gonna just say Kendrick.
Why?
I like Kata. I like. Yeah.
What's favorite album from Kendrick?
Damn. I like To Pimp a Butterfly. I like that one a lot.
Okay.
That one a lot.
Greatest rapper of all time.
You about to say 3K?
You about to say
Facts.
Full D or
He
something.
about to say. He about to say.
LL Cool J? Nah. It's either Andre 3000 or Jay-Z. It's either Andre 3000 or Jay-Z. I think I'm starting to get into that phase where I understand why releasing music and solo projects now is so heavily a part of the argument when Andre comes up about being the greatest of all time. But like with his limited stuff out there, I think like nobody
The
could
fact
test
that
that.
the
Like
fact that he's still
that he's still in the conversation makes him
Fact.
like goated.
because had he been dropping some single projects. or
Yeah,
something
has he
like
been
that,
dropping projects
it'd
now?
be like-
It
it'd be
would
like
be
hands down.
undeniable.
Yeah, it'd be hands
It'll be
down.
undeniable. But Hove has like grown from like
Facts.
from a thug to a billionaire type shit. Like so, the music that he's releasing now is just like everything I see from him is just like on some boss billionaire shit. So
Was it his
Yeah,
music that
definitely.
made him a billionaire?
no,
Or was it-
I think it was him.
No.
But
him as a
it was his
brand.
music who got him in the
Started.
door. You
Yeah,
feel
they
me?
got
Just
him
like
in the door,
Kanye
for
was
sure.
producing to get in the door type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would probably have to just go with Hove off of that. Like he's transcended rap over generations.
I'd probably have to say Kendrick or Andre 3000 too,
A
because I feel like Kendrick, his albums are more so just like masterpieces. Like everything's like so thought out. I feel like it's more like cinematic than like what most people put out. But then Andre 3000, like, he's a lyricist.
Yeah.
Like, that man's a lyricist. So, I mean, it's really tied between them two for me.
Lil Wayne, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I figured
you said Lil
I
Peep.
figured somebody
I thought you were gonna say Little Yachty.
We got this far down the list without no Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne.
That was the
mine,
third.
though.
Yeah, that was the third.
Mine is Jay and Wayne. Jay and Wayne is like 1A, 1B to me, and they always have.
1A, 1B. Who's 1B?
I'm not saying. Jay, well, 1B would be Wayne. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah.
Like, to me, Jay is my favorite rapper almost by default. You feel me? Like, when I got put on to rap,
It was
was
Jay.
through
Nah, but
Jay-Z.
Wayne did pave.
But Wayne, yeah.
Wayne
but
is the
Wayne-
rapper's rapper.
Wayne's
Wayne,
crazy.
he defined what it means to be a rapper.
But
Even back
Wayne
then.
had a
Even
hell of
today.
a run. I don't
Yeah.
think nobody's gonna touch that.
Yeah, I think he had a hell of a run, but like
Yeah.
he like there were certain parts where it was just like Rebirth.
I
Or
fuck
like,
with
we,
Rebirth.
like
Well, I
Rebirth
liked
after
Rebirth.
like
With Rebirth.
everything,
Rebirth crazy,
almost like
man.
that was
I
probably
fuck
his
with
last thing that I liked.
That's what everybody.
Like,
That's what I've heard.
album.
I've heard
Like,
a few people
like
say that
album-wise,
Rebirth
like,
is the
'cause
last.
when he
thing.
went into the other genres-
Carter 5?
Yeah.
If you
right.
listen to anybody today, you listening to Lil Wayne. At the end of the day.
Facts.
If
For
you
a
listen
fact. No,
to
yeah, he's
any other
definitely in the
rapper today,
conversation.
you listening
In
to
the
Lil
top
Wayne.
in the top 5 conversation.
Top 3.
Top
He's
two.
top 2.
two.
Not
He's
2.
top
He's
two.
top
Yeah,
2.
top 2 and not 2.
He's top. He's
So Wayne's your
he's
number
top-
1, I
he's
guess?
top 2.
Wayne my
but 2.
number 1, and then I'll put Andre after.
Okay, I like
And
that.
the only
Andre's
reason I
everybody.
picked Wayne first is because Wayne just changed the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was he consistent. Like, when he was dropping, like, he was consistently, like, just mixtapes alone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mixtapes
Just
alone.
everything was coming out was fire. It wasn't nothing, no bad
Yeah.
projects just off of mixtapes alone.
Nah, yeah, he had a crazy run.
And he changed the game. Andre, I like storytellers, so definitely
Yeah.
Andre is a beast with the storytelling. So
The people who said Andre, what's your one of your top Andre bars that you can think of right now?
it's from that "Walk It Out" song. I can't think of what he
You
said.
gotta say the bar. You get this one, walk it out.
Shit, I can't remember.
I can't say a bar, but I like his verse with Erica Badu on
And
Hello.
Hello?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
fire.
fuck with that song. I love
I
it.
Yeah,
floated
no.
when I heard that for the first
What'd you
time.
say?
He went
Nah,
crazy.
yeah, that's Any star. What is up? Yeah, nah, yeah, he's fast on that.
He had a fire one with Beyonce too, but I think she took him off right before he retired, or he took himself off, and she switched it with J. Cole.
I know they do have one. Don't they have one?
She
Damn.
switched him with J. Cole.
I asked the question and I'm
Is it
stuck.
Party? I can't remember.
Best Andre bar.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. He had one with Lloyd, his U remix. That was fire. Like a crazy story and great bar. Like, what'd he say? Started seeing circles like some Audi. Emblem, hearing them say, come on. Man, I don't know. He was talking about, like, coming at a girl, though. But, like, he's, like, spitting the whole time. And he's telling the story about, like, how he's holding up a line in a fucking store. He purposely leaves his card so she can come out rap with him. Like, just the way he told that story, it was just like, yeah, nah. Andre
Andre can tell a story. Like
he can tell a story.
Okay, so y'all said favorite rappers. Or like best producer all time?
Producer?
Producer.
Kanye.
Kanye.
I think
Yeezy.
Flying Lotus.
Kanye.
Yeezy.
Kanye.
Or maybe Jay Dilla.
Kanye is
That's a good one, too.
In terms of like influence.
Scott Storch had a crazy era.
Timberland.
Timberland.
Oh, Timberland.
Timberland.
For
Pharrell. Pharrell.
He's still doing this thing.
Yeah,
too.
Pharrell's still doing this thing. I would definitely have to say Kanye and Pharrell is my top 2.
I can agree.
Dr. Dre.
Nah.
Dr. Dre is nice and he's
He's
shifted
important.
culture, you know what I mean? He's important, but he didn't, his influence on music or what he's done with music was more for the West Coast. Like that wasn't, we didn't feel that the same way coming up. At least I didn't feel that the same way coming up. Like, oh, this Dr. Dre shit go hard. Like Dr. Dre became, like you ask this generation about Dr. Dre, they're gonna know him for Beats by Dre. And like, you know, they're not gonna put an emphasis on what he's produced, even though it's some great stuff. Like, nah, he's just not in the conversation for me.
Me personally, I think like in the next 5 years, Metro Boomin's gonna be like top 2.
He's already up
Nah,
now.
Didn't he have a
He
project?
just dropped a
What's the other
project and it sounded like FL
Not Metro
Studio.
Boomin.
Probably.
From Atlanta.
Like stock plugins.
It ain't nothing wrong with
It's like, what
FL
the hell is
Studio,
up with
dude.
this snare?
He changed the game too.
2023.
Like he changed the whole Atlanta culture. What's his name?
He
Damn.
had like the same snare on each of the songs.
Damn, I can't think of his name right now.
Who?
From Atlanta,
Southside?
not Southside.
Southside is a good one though.
He always worked with artists that like
Oh, what's his tag? You know his tag?
I can't think about it right now. Like my mind's blank.
Pierre?
No, he a little older. He started with Gucci and all them.
Zaytoven.
Zaytoven is crazy too.
Zaytoven might be but he's washed now. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I don't think so.
That nigga Zaytoven, he
Nah,
I
I
mean,
haven't
not
heard
watched
the
now.
hard
I
Zaytoven
think
song
he's
in a
just
minute.
yeah. You're right.
there's only so many keys you can play on the piano if we keeping it real. That nigga important. I can respect.
That's a fact, though.
respect
That's
his
a
game.
fact.
So, who are y'all going for in the Super Bowl?
Philly.
Philly? Everyone's going for Philly or?
Rihanna.
Silly.
Rihanna.
Nah,
So, how
I
do y'all
wanted the
feel about
Chiefs
that
to
call?
win.
They got cheated.
they definitely got cheated.
They got cheated.
Definitely got cheated.
Like
Chiefs bust
it
y'all
was
ass.
it was arguably a hold. I can't say it
Y'all
wasn't
niggas-
a
It wasn't a
hold.
hold.
Y'all
I
niggas
can
got
say
like
I
three
can say
touchdowns.
that it was one of them things where it was like if they
They
looked
came
at the
back.
replay,
Are we allowed
it
to
wouldn't have
clip
been
that
enough.
They came back and bust
That
y'all
play-
ass.
for-
How
Yeah,
they
for
bust
YouTube,
our
you
ass
can.
when we
So-
lost by 3?
Y'all
We're
was
gonna
up
show
by
the
like
hold
3
right
touchdowns
here
at the
that he's
half.
saying was a might have hold, and
Wasn't
we'll
two.
show it right here and show that it wasn't a
Maybe
It was
hold.
2. It was 2.
It was 2.
It was definitely 2, and then we only lost by 3. So I don't know how we got our ass busted. And
We
then
definitely got
and then
our
on
ass
top
busted.
of that, because we went down 8.
They
And
played
then
them last
Jalen Hurts
quarters.
drove it all the way
They
down,
did play them
drove it
last
all the
quarter
way
smart as
down,
fuck,
got the
though.
touchdown,
That last
and
quarter,
got
they
the
played
2-point
that smart.
conversion.
Yes.
If Jalen Hurts and like I said, it was all because of that call, and that call was 3rd and 8. If they wouldn't have called that call, it would have been 4th and 8. They would have had to kick it
right there, and we
and
would have
Jalen would
had
have
time.
had 2 minutes.
It
to
sounds
go
like
down
y'all
the field.
making excuses.
Nah,
It's
bro,
not
that's
excuses,
what it is.
facts.
That's what it
If
is.
this
bro.
would have
the
happened,
video.
and then if that would have happened, then we definitely would have won. Y'all didn't win,
Bro, you're not even a football fan.
Y'all lost.
You're
Who's
not
your
a
team?
football
Who's
fan.
your
Y'all
team?
lost.
Who's your team?
Who your
Commanders.
Who's your team?
Who's
though?
your team?
You know my team.
Who's your
Commanders.
team? The
Commanders.
same team that lost the 2023 Super Bowl?
So, but who's your team? Because I know your team wasn't even in it.
Wasn't
even
even in the conversation.
Your team wasn't
But
even
y'all
in it, my
lost.
guy.
Y'all lost.
Y'all didn't even have a chance to
I don't
win.
watch football.
Why
Don't
you
care
arguing
about
with it?
football,
Because
huh?
he just wants to argue for good content.
Nah, because y'all niggas suck.
Bro.
What?
We was
Y'all was
we
doing
won
it
the
though.
division.
Who's your squad?
Y'all was doing
Washington.
Dolphins.
Washington.
I'm
The
not
Cavs.
Definitely a
Washington.
Redskins.
The Dolphins.
I'm a Dolphins fan.
Remember we asked him, he said a Redskins fan. We said Commanders. He was like, I'm a Redskins fan.
So really, he's a bandwagon fan.
He's a bandwagon fan.
I like the
Okay.
Dolphins.
Okay.
But I'm
He's like
from
the
DC.
Dolphins since he's been here in Florida.
Nah, I've liked the Dolphins forever, but I'm a
Tampa
Redskins
Bay,
fan
right?
at heart. Nah, fuck Tampa Bay. I don't like Tampa Bay. I like the Dolphins because they used to have Reggie Bush on their team.
Used to.
Used to. They used to have Reggie Bush.
So why don't you like the Saints?
I don't give a fuck about the Saints.
They used to
They
have
used to
Reggie
have-
Bush.
they used to have Reggie
They
Bush.
used to have
Reggie
They had
Bush.
Reggie Bush at the best Reggie Bush.
I don't give a fuck.
Facts.
Nah, Dolphins Reggie Bush was a real nigga. That
They
nigga was
used to
piping
all-
Kim Kardashian and he was.
Oh yeah, the screen went off.
That was a real nigga.
Who y'all got for the NBA then this year? What y'all thinking for NBA?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
That's on con. That's
LeBron
on con.
James.
They
They
might
might
even
be
go to the
for real.
playoffs, bro.
Yeah, he might not even make the
They going
playoffs.
to the playoffs,
They might
bro.
go to the
Nah,
playoffs.
they gonna make it to the
They
playoffs.
just made that trade.
Is Carmelo still in the league, yo?
Nah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I need Carmelo to get a ring.
Nah,
His
they
time
did a
is
video
long ass.
walking around the gym and whatnot. It was like, when I say Melo, who you think about? And like 90% of people said Melo Ball.
Damn.
A lot of them was
It makes
young
sense,
though. A
though.
lot
Yeah,
of them
it's
was
a
young.
generation.
Okay, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
generation.
So
It's a generation.
yeah.
That's the new Melo right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Damn.
Melo
Melo
right
washed
now.
anyway.
But if he's a new Melo, he's not gonna get no rings.
Melo washed.
He's
I
not
can
the
see
new
LaMelo
Melo
being
as in
that,
like
bro.
replacing.
Yeah,
Melo.
right,
Just his
bro.
name.
He's taking it mad serious.
Cause man,
Melo-
Carmelo should have got a ring, just like AI should have got a ring.
Melo been washed since goddamn he left Denver.
Nah, he was
Damn.
good with the
Nah,
Knicks.
he
Nah,
was
it was
good with
nice in New York, bro.
He was
Yeah,
good
bro,
with
you
the Knicks.
tripping,
For
bro.
like a year, what?
Nah.
We thought it was possible.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He,
We
he
thought
just, he
we-
just never got hope. Like
Yeah,
New
he
York.
did. You right.
He
And
he
Jeremy
should
Lin
have
ain't
really went
having-
to a super team.
He needed the super.
He
Yeah.
needed a super team.
I mean, by the time he went, he
We
was.
just-
But when
It
he
was too
started,
late.
when he went
Yeah,
to New
it
York,
was
that's
too
when all the
late.
super
Yeah.
team started though. When he went to New York.
I mean, he had Amir Stoudemire.
He had the Asian nigga.
Yeah, nobody. Right? If you can't
He
name
said, yeah, nobody.
yeah.
I know what you talking about, but I can't think
I'm
of it.
thinking. I mean, it wasn't like
Talking
he was
about
Jeremy
Jeremy
Lin?
Lin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeremy
Lin.
Lin.
Jeremy Lin?
Jeremy Lin had
That was his
one
first-
good game that
Nah, he
made
had a
you
good season.
a good season. That
He had a
season.
good
What was
season.
that? With Houston?
With
Who
the
was
Lakers?
he with during that year?
I don't know.
Wasn't he with the Knicks?
He was with the Knicks.
He was with the Knicks?
Yeah, he was with the Knicks.
He had that good season.
Madison Square Garden game.
Yeah,
He
facts.
dropped like a bajillion points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like one game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he had a good
It was
season.
like- it was like a
but he
whole
didn't
month,
live
I'm
up
not
to his
gonna lie.
expectation.
That's
after
when he
that.
was trying to get on the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was playing like it too. He was doing good. Not anymore though. We
What
should
do y'all
catch
like
up,
think
though.
about like the scene in the city and like what are your experiences with it?
Orlando music scene?
I feel like there's a lot of fire artists in Orlando for sure.
For sure.
Nah, it's always been fire artists here. I think like we just getting to a point where people trying to work together. Before it was crab in the barrel bucket type shit. Like people didn't work
Clicked
together.
up and shit.
Yeah.
It's still kind of like
It's
that
still-
though. I'm
It's
not
still
gonna
like
lie.
that.
It's
It's
still like that.
definitely
No,
still
definitely
clicked-
still
it's
like that.
Definitely still clicked up.
It's definitely
For a
still
fact.
clicked up.
For a fact.
It's definitely clicked up.
Like
but,
people who think that they're shifting the culture of Orlando music.
You
is
ain't
like
shifting,
they-
though. You can't shift Orlando culture
Nah,
music
can't.
because
And
Orlando
the-
has its own sound.
Ask
Yeah,
that
you know
to
what
a
I'm
couple artists here, and they'll tell you that they think
Bro,
that they're
I-
leading.
They not, bro.
They're not.
They not. They
I
not.
know
even-
they're not.
We
That's
not
what I'm
even
saying.
from
Ask them.
Orlando.
What's Orlando's sound then?
They not.
I don't say.
Gangsta music is
I
just
don't-
straight trap music.
I
That's
don't-
all. That's all it is here. There's nothing else to it. It's like.
I mean, I can kind of
If,
feel that.
if you hear
the
anybody that
artists-
say they
yeah.
from Orlando and their music sound different than like gangster, I promise they're not from Orlando.
Facts.
They're most likely from Sanford, Altamont area. You know, they on the outskirts. They never
North
like,
Orlando.
Yeah, they
waiting for it. I knew it was coming. I couldn't be the one to say it, but I knew somebody was gonna say it.
But like,
North
Okay, I get it.
Orlando.
No,
He's not wrong though. He's not
I
wrong.
feel you
bro.
on that
He's
because
not wrong.
like when you
No,
go out
he
to
wrong.
events, it's primarily that style of music.
Yeah.
like, like the biggest artist that claims Orlando right now
Yeah, I'll say the
is
biggest.
Tyler Yahweh, and he's not even from Orlando.
Yeah.
Hot boy.
What you mean? I thought it's
Hot
in
boy.
Glock 9.
Yeah, Hot Boy does. claim
Hot
that.
Boy.
Glock
Yeah,
9.
but Glock 9.
But Hot
These-
Boy,
these
Hot
your
Boy,
city.
But
What
these
about
people,
these
but
niggas?
they hot, but
Kick
they not,
one?
bro. Like they hot, but they
Kick
not
one.
like Tyler Yahweh is gone. Like he took off
Hot
with
boy
his shit.
signed.
Yeah, Hot
Hot
Boy.
boy been signed for like the
but
past
Hot Boy
3
made
years.
it.
Well, Hot Boy, like his music is fire, and he is like one of the top artists here in Orlando. But like nobody know him anywhere else. Like
Yes, they
No,
do.
yes,
know, like,
they do.
Yes,
I mean,
they
he
count.
industry, bro.
He's
industry
very
now.
industry. He got
But
songs.
just because you
Hot Boy
industry, that don't mean
videos
you
and
known.
But you
Because
industry, though.
there's a lot of people and artists that I didn't know until I came down here, and it's
So
like,
you
oh,
never heard of
don't
Hot
know
Boy?
that. Not until coming down here.
I know that's true though, cause like there's a lot of cities that you go to, like major cities that you go, like Houston, Austin, like they have big people there that
That we
we don't know here.
Facts,
Right.
And like LA, every city's like that. So I guess you could consider Hot Boy like one
Like
of
Kevin
those.
Gates wasn't even pushed heavily in the like northeast market as far as
Right.
radio. Kevin Gates wasn't pushed heavy. I didn't find out about Kevin Gates until
That's
taking
taking old, nigga.
Who is
no,
listening
but
to
like,
Kevin
but I'm
Gates?
saying he had his come up
Gates
in
hard.
here.
Kevin Gates fire.
Like
Kevin
Kevin
Gates
Gates,
fire.
Kevin Gates,
Kevin Gates
like
fire.
he had his thing, but I didn't really get put onto him until I came down here and I was in Texas with my uncle, and he was like, "Yo, y'all never heard
Play
this."
that new Kevin Gates shit.
Nah, but Kevin Gates does.
Kevin Gates
Kevin
fire.
Gates has some fire
He
music.
makes some real nigga music.
He has some fire music. Can't name none of the songs, but he has some fire music. That
I got
I'm pretty
two
sure.
phones.
Eric, turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
You wasn't bumping that when it came out?
Fuck no.
You must have had one phone.
That's Cal.
She had that Android. That's what she had. She wasn't feeling none of that shit.
She had one
I
phone.
can't
That's
relate.
why.
I can't
Because
relate.
any nigga with two phones was like, I got two. If you got two phones, you had to have
some
said
niggas
that.
went to go get a second phone.
Just to say that.
But nah, I feel like
Niggas was using the same phone.
I like where Orlando music going to, like with everything, like people coming, moving here and stuff, because
Yeah.
people starting to actually work together now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got the little beefs and stuff, but for the most part, people starting to work together more, network more.
Oh, do you guys think like if a major label came in and like headquartered here, do y'all think that like that would like really set the music scene off, or like what would you think would take the music scene to the next level here?
I think
To be honest,
no. To answer your question, no. I don't think that would take it to the next level because then everybody's going to think that they're industry level. Like, not everybody's going to get signed. It's probably going to be people that you don't know who that label's going to sign, or it's going to be people who moved here and not from Orlando but based in Orlando that's going to get signed. And then people are going to be hating on the fact that they here and not signing people from Orlando type shit.
I think the only thing that take the music scene to a different place is the DJs. Really, to be honest.
DJs?
Because more people, like, you hear a song in the club. Like, if I hear like you never heard Hot Boy until you get in the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, who's that?
Why you hating on Hot Boy?
No, bro, I'm just using him as an example. But like you go to the club. I go to the clubs in Orlando, and I know there's a lot of artists in Orlando, great artists that's like doing shit, but you don't hear their music in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like if the DJs push Orlando artists more, then
I ain't gonna hold you.
I feel
Sometimes
like it comes down to the
you
DJs
do,
too,
you
though.
just don't notice it.
I feel I don't know. I feel like the DJs aren't as influential as they were before.
Yeah.
Because people could just use social media.
Yeah, I feel like
Before
everybody.
you kind of like depended on radio and DJs to get spins.
As far as the DJ, as far as hearing Orlando music like out in Orlando, and I think that has a lot to do with the DJs though, because just like how the artists are clicked up, I feel like the DJs are.
You go to Atlanta, you're gonna hear artists you gonna hear artists like Kwame on the radio, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the DJs don't do that here. Like,
Damn, bro. What's up with you today? Nigga? Damn.
Kwame was like crying.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Nah, yeah.
I feel like me personally, I feel like
It's because you old, bro. You're not hip to the new wave.
bro, the new wave ain't gonna get you nowhere.
The radio is
Yeah,
the radio is
dead.
by
Yeah,
radio.
yeah.
Club play,
How long
niggas
you
not
been?
trying to
You
hear
grew up on
that shit.
Instagram and you ain't blow up yet.
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you grew up in social media and your music hasn't blown up. So as I'm
I
saying,
don't
like,
even make music. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah,
You
reaching.
Yeah, you are shit.
captain on the camera.
So
He made a song last
what
night.
do you think will like elevate music in Orlando? What do you think will elevate the music scene in Orlando?
TMC Orlando.
TikTok.
Book your next session today.
I think.
Oh, man, you gonna say TikTok.
Bro, what's up with you, bro? Like, man, get my dick out your mouth.
Bro, why you
I ain't
talking
say
about
nothing, bro.
Don't start with the sus.
Yeah, please don't.
No sus up
Light
today.
skinned niggas always talking about some dicks.
You light skinned. Talk about facts.
Bro, can you breathe over there, bro? Can I get my nut back? Damn.
Bro,
Your
look.
nut back.
This nigga gay.
He said, "Can I get my nut back?"
Yeah. But nah, I think. It's all I think it's. I think it's going in the right direction for like the Orlando music scene.
Definitely.
I don't know. I think I'm hearing a lot more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in high school you used to say that you like somebody like local. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, nah, we're not listening to him. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear like stuff from Atlanta or from up north and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or LA and stuff. But like now I feel like now it's starting to get like cool to listen to Orlando, like music from Florida, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's starting to buzz more and stuff. So I think working together is gonna help the music scene blow up. Cause I feel like boom, if we have somebody from Orlando blow up and then somebody from Tallahassee blow up, it's still Florida. You know what I'm saying? And then we could work together to blow up. You know what I'm saying? More and more and more, and then end up having like a bunch.
You know who did that recently? It was Danny Towers, Lil Tyler, and Slump God.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's different areas. That's
Yeah.
Orlando, Broward, and Tallahassee.
But also like different bases. Different bases
Oh,
too.
no.
Like,
Florida been popping since like 2016.
It's been popping.
2015.
It's been popping.
yeah.
But,
it's been popping, but it's
been-
not on New York level.
Yeah, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's
Nah,
not. It's
bro.
not.
It's not.
It's
Nah.
arguably
Nah,
on New York
nah,
level,
nah.
but it's like not like how you can say LA and New York as far as music, they're there.
And
It's
they
like
been
it's still a
there.
debate. It's
But
still
I feel
a debate.
like
if
every
it's hard
year
with
is
Orlando
every year
next up.
because
Yeah,
Miami.
I'm
Not
saying
saying
Florida's
Orlando.
next
I'm
up.
saying Florida in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
Florida is next up as far as like.
But Florida been up since like 2015. Especially if you count Miami. Like Miami.
But I'm saying to blow up, but to blow up the
Orlando.
Orlando music scene, like, cause Florida been up. You know
I
what
don't
I'm
think
saying?
there
Like,
is
and it's
one
been
answer.
hitting.
Though. I don't think there's just like a single answer that's like, oh, do this and then Orlando.
It's not. There's not the facts, but I feel like the biggest answer should be like working together. You know what I'm saying?
definitely,
Linking up
definitely.
and putting differences aside and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that'll work out because it'll be fire artists that just can't work together because of, you know what I'm saying, politics and stuff like that or whatever. You feel me? So I feel like
Yeah,
I feel
like,
like it could work
even
out.
with that, even with like the Hot Boy Glock 9 situation, Lil Pootie, like those three right there was for like the young generation. They was taking off when they was together,
Yeah.
but when they broke up, it kind of like
Yeah.
kind of brought Orlando right back down to where it was, where it is.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's just how it's gonna be, to be honest. Because I feel like as a whole, the Orlando music scene is not gonna just like rise up type shit. I feel like it's gonna be like an artist or two here type shit out of the city, but not necessarily like
Like
the whole
scene.
city.
Yeah,
You feel
yeah.
me?
Yeah, because not everybody in the scene is going.
I don't know.
I
I don't know
because
because
everybody in the city
because
can get
this
signed?
is what I was about to say, right? You seen when New York started blowing up OD? And it was like, when New York started blowing up OD, like, within the last 2-3 years or whatever, it's like everybody on the block was blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in the, if you was blowing up, so was he.
You talking
so
about the
was
6ix9ine, Pop
She getting
Smoke,
signed
all of
too.
them? Like, you
getting
talking about
signed.
that era?
No.
Talking about
What?
like D-Thang
If I'm blowing up, my friend is coming with me too. Oh, and his homie and my dog too. And it's just a whole bunch of people who are blowing up.
See, it's blowing up just
Yeah, they
getting
all
signed
getting
because
signed,
if
they
they
all-
getting signed, they can be all getting signed to a shit deal.
Well,
And it's
bro,
just
but
like-
that don't matter. That's not what we talking
Is
about.
that blowing up?
That's not what we talking about.
If
though.
you get
Yeah.
screwed over in a deal, is that blowing up?
Bro, you talking from like your perspective.
Business perspective.
Think of you watching Instagram, just watching YouTube and shit. You see
The artists that you
people
saying that
from
blew
New
up,
York
the
blowing
people-
up, and they
if you
all
name
from the
3 of
same
those
clique.
artists,
You know what I'm saying?
Name 3
Millions
of
of
those
views.
artists.
Millions of views, and they all
If you
friends.
name 3 of
I
those artists,
also-
I bet you more than one person here won't know them.
All right, but
You say what?
but I'm
So
talking
how
about
much
the
did they
fact
really
that
blow up?
Somebody
They're
know.
blowing up.
yeah.
And
Like,
especially in their
groups
city.
are blowing up,
especially in
bro.
the city.
In their city.
So
Yeah.
earlier I brought up the
Facts,
fact that I
facts.
said, oh, record labels, right? Because I'm thinking record labels, they sign one guy, oh, his homeboy popping too, let me throw some money at him too. And then you got money flowing in the city in order to help the city blow up. Think about Atlanta, right? How many record labels ain't there in Atlanta? QC, all them record labels scooped up all them Atlanta artists, and now they're slowly all growing. You think 21 Savage, you think Young Nudie, and you probably got like 5 or 6 more artists under him that they're throwing money at to help them blow up too.
I don't think like New York's influence even compares to LA's or Atlanta's right now.
Nah,
Like,
it
I don't know. Like,
No, I don't.
And New York had its spot in the '90s, and I feel like they've just been slowly declining ever
Nah,
since.
New York is
No,
on
they had a little come up.
They got a
I
little
don't-
wave
I don't
right
fuck
now.
with
I
Drake.
really don't know.
I
Right
don't-
now,
I
I
really
feel like
don't
they got
fuck
a
with-
lot of people
wave
do right now.
Like,
a lot of
I mean,
people,
you fuck
because
with
like
drill.
that's like
It's
where
a lot of
most of the
artists.
drill came
You know
from.
how many-
Like,
yeah.
the whole
Artists.
drill wave is
It's
out of New York.
In New York, yeah. And then if you making like
Wasn't
drill-
that London, really?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
But
But that's the argument, right? Like that's the argument. The fact that London was making that music and then New York took it, skyrocketed
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying? And like now London's tight. You feel me? Like that's an actual argument online. But you can't get over. You can't get over it because if you really wanted to look at it like that, where's Chicago in this argument?
A different type of drill music.
But it's still drill though.
Right, it is, but it ain't like New York drill.
It's not because New
York
York
drill
drill
is
is
the only
influenced
thing.
by London, and then London drill is like supposedly, you know what I'm saying, was influenced by just drill in general, which where the drill come from or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Chicago.
London. Yeah, the lyrics came from Chicago, and the way that the beats were made came from London.
Right, for sure,
And they just turned into its own thing. That's why it's New York drill music, then there's Chicago drill
Right.
music, but they sound totally different.
They sound mad different.
But they're the same theme, same vibe.
There's really drill music everywhere.
Most influential city right now for music,
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
It's been like that for a little minute.
It's Atlanta.
Atlanta, and I feel like Miami got a little bit because of
Yeah.
Drake, like
Definitely
house
Miami.
music came back. Yeah.
Miami.
I don't know
Yeah,
anybody.
Miami.
I don't know
Nobody
anybody out of
knows.
Miami.
Is Miami like big because
Not
it's
like
Miami,
not like artist wise, but like the music influence.
Right, like a lot of
Yeah,
people
yeah,
make
In the
music
culture.
in
Yeah,
Miami.
in Miami.
And,
Okay.
and that's why I feel like it's a problem for Orlando. Because I don't feel like Orlando would be on that level because you got Miami right there. Like, and then you're like right in the middle of Miami.
Miami
and
changed the
ATL,
game. Miami
to
changed the
be
game.
honest.
Like they're gonna always be in that top though,
For a
because they
fact.
changed the game.
For a fact.
Everything you
That's a
see today is because artists from Miami.
Orlando need to change the game.
That's true.
You wouldn't see no
No,
ass shaking in
yeah.
videos if it wasn't Luke.
Facts. That's actually a fact.
Damn.
Yeah, that City Girl movement that was from Trina.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah. You know,
that house music.
what's his name? Derek Milano write a lot of this like that city girl music. Like a lot of the hot girl shit that's out, that's like charting. Like he's writing on. Like